Needle sealing it. Who's gonna take it? Size 7 women's. It's an auction party. Oh my God, we got new people coming in right now. 7 women's. 3, 2.
Hey, so you know that TikTok glitch of when you post a video and it still has 0 views even 15 minutes after you've posted it? I'm going to show you exactly how to fix that. If your video is getting 0 views within the first 15 to 1 hour mark, usually means 2 things. So the first thing is that TikTok still doesn't understand exactly what your video is about, and there are a few things that you can do to change it. And the other thing is that it might not like something about your video. It could be the wording, it could be, you know, like the imagery.
So this app wasn't letting anything get posted yesterday, especially if it was about things that were happening. Period. I'm being very careful because I don't even know what we can say on here anymore. Is anyone even seeing this? So this app wasn't letting anything get posted yesterday.
Oh my God.
It gets cold in Tennessee in January.
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is publicly apologizing for his history of anti-Semitic and offensive comments in a full-page advertisement in the Wall Street Journal titled, "To Those I've Heard." Ye writes, quote, "I am not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people." He also apologized to the black community. The rapper blamed his behavior on an undiagnosed brain injury and mental health issues. Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is publicly...
Come on, y'all. Let me win.
I think 2026 is going to be the last year of Donald Trump's presidency. Now, to be clear, this is not a foregone conclusion. This is not set in stone. This is not a "I guarantee this will happen" prediction. But here's a few different reasons why I think things are looking extraordinarily bad for the 45th and 47th failed president, Donald Trump. Donald Trump has recently proclaimed that he's the president with the best first year in the history of the United States, which I'm just imagining the unfathomable amount of wealth that I would gain if I said I agreed with him. But sadly, I got to live in reality and I got to look at the numbers. And just to give you a basic understanding of why things are so bad for him, let's start with his approval rating. With just over a year into his term, Donald Trump is sitting at a net approval rating of negative 19%, with 56% of Americans disapproving of the job that he's doing, and only about 37% approving. For reference, Joe Biden's lowest point in approval ratings was 36%, and Donald Trump is already there. And although Donald Trump is confused and doesn't understand a whole number of things, he knows how bad this is for him. So much so that he and his Republican cronies are already talking about if the Democrats win the midterms, his presidency is essentially over. He will get impeached, all their legislation will be blocked, and already the American public's like, stop. You already sold us.
He's gonna be
The snow hit Middle Tennessee and Hendersonville fast and kept coming.
Earlier, we had pretty much just snow from about 9 p.m. to about noon, 1, and now you're getting the ice mixed in with it. Roads are pretty treacherous.
For crews like Jeremy's, that meant a very long list of stops.
We're doing the Regions, the Truist, the Bank of Americas, the Publix, the BJ's. Just trying to keep the lots clear and drive through.
All right, Bruce Gold, what are your top 3 products that people should be promoting for this January 2022 campaign? All right, first, number 1, I'm going to go EHP Labs. Huge, crazy ad budget. They have a lot of ad budget. Okay. A lot of ad budget, really great for health. EHP Labs. EHP Labs. Number 2, I'm probably going to go Redcon, honestly. Redcon, they have a bunch of new products just came out with like Hosties. They got the donut
New
collab,
listings.
new listings.
A lot of ads
tons of GMV Mag. Third, I'm going to go Hanes, actually. I'm going to throw a little bit of curveball, kind of get out of the health niche. I would say Hanes because they are a big, well-known brand. They recently got on Shop, and they have a massive
Holy shit. You know who you got to watch out for? I was just scrolling on TikTok.
We have some big news right now. Donald Trump is privately frustrated that he is losing control of the immigration message. This is a significant development because according to CNN, behind the scenes, he is not happy with what he's seeing.
Protesting isn't working. Making videos isn't working. Whistles aren't working. None of it's working. They had the video, they showed the video, the administration is giving full immunity. None of the stuff is working. We need to stop focusing on the problem and start focusing on the solution. I just finished watching a video by Unlearn16. Go follow her. I tagged it right here. And we need to recognize that just like when they fired Jimmy Kimmel, we all canceled our Disney, we all canceled our Hulu, and that made a difference immediately. The whistles aren't working. The video is just showing more and more people's horrific situations. But we already know that's happening. We already know that. We already know that Venezuela's done, Greenland's next, whatever else, right? The only thing that's going to change this is money. And she said, Unlearn 16 said, protests don't work. And I actually just had a conversation with a relative of mine who is almost in his 80s, and he said, protests never work. Protests don't actually work. No one gives a shit that we're marching in the streets. They just don't care. Because if they did, this would be over already, and it's not. The Republicans aren't doing anything. The Democrats aren't doing anything. I mean, Jesus Christ, we're actually like fucking invading other countries at this point. I'm not sure where I live, but what? We're shooting American citizens. We're locking American citizens up in detention centers for whatever, even though they're willing to show their passport, they're willing to show their driver's license, and they're just driving down the street. But this isn't working. End of story. So what we need to do is something financial. Because to be perfectly honest with you, that's the only thing they listen to. Just like they take the AIPAC money and they listen to them, we need to figure out something that shuts off the money, because otherwise this is going to be 3.5 more years, period. The protests, the whistles, the videos, they don't care. Or something would have been done. Protesting.
The new Harry Styles single is weak, and the more I listen to it, the more I realize why. First thing being, I don't know why Harry decided to tone down the vocals just because he was changing genres, but I feel like him being a good vocalist is one of the more standout things about him. But the main issue is the production. I don't mind that Harry is switching his style, but this song lacks everything that makes electronic dance music so good. There's not much progression in its 5-minute runtime. It doesn't really develop anywhere. There's no punch or bounce to it. It doesn't make me feel like I want to dance. Looking at the production credits, it's produced by Kid Harpoon, who is kind of Harry's go-to guy, but I'm sorry, why is the person who produced your last 3 pop albums doing your lead electronic dance single? It just sounds like he heard LCD Soundsystem for the first time and tried to copy and paste it. It kind of reminds me of my issues with the last Tame Impala album, or even worse, that horrible Drake album, Honestly Nevermind, where he just made an electronic album to say he made one. He didn't really care about the actual genre he was pulling from. An example of a change into this genre done well was Beyonce with Renaissance, who brought on many collaborators. Honey Dijon was all over that record. The pioneers of the genre like Grace Jones were on it. Look, we don't have full production credits for this Harry album yet, but he is Harry Styles. He has access to pretty much any musician of his choosing. He's going on tour with Jamie XX, so I'm hoping Jamie is involved at least somehow. I'm just hoping there's more collaborators in this album if he really wants to make a great record. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. The new Harry...
Come on, 3 more.
I will admit it's worse than even I expected, but I did warn y'all. I did. You can run the tape. In Donald Trump's mind, the military does not exist to serve the Constitution or the American people. Like everything else, he thinks the military exists to do his bidding. And he has said that if he's elected, he'll use the military to go after, quote, the enemy within, which he...
Big jackpots in the...
Now, you posted a video over an hour ago and your views are still stuck at 0. That sucks. But this is exactly how we're going to fix it. Now, step 1, you are going to delete it, but not just delete it. You're going to tap delete and re-edit. Step 2 is to make sure to clear your captions. So what does that mean? That means that you have to make sure that nothing that you wrote is violating any community guidelines.
We have all lived in the United States through truly a countless number of school shootings. School shooting after school shooting after school shooting after school shooting. And the conservative argument that allows school shootings to continue has always basically boiled down to, we have to protect the Second Amendment, we have to allow people to carry weapons, we have to allow people to own and carry weapons legally. And some little kids die, that's okay with them. Unfucking believable argument, by the way. Every argument I've seen for why Alex Preddy's death was justified yesterday is like, well, he had a gun. Shut the fuck up! You've spent 30 years straight telling us that children have to die so that we're allowed to legally carry weapons everywhere in the United States. This guy was being beaten to a pulp on the ground. He didn't draw his weapon. He had a weapon on him legally. And they shot the fuck out of him and killed him. So shut the fuck up. We have been telling you for 30 years we don't think people should be allowed to have as many guns as they're allowed to have or carry them legally around the United States. We've been telling you that for years. You've told us that it has to happen. It has to continue. Children continue to have to die to allow us to carry guns around. So shut the fuck up!
When you call a senator, you literally don't actually have to talk to anyone. So for those of us who hate phone calls like me, I'm going to show you how easy it is. First, you call the United States Senator Switchboard, who will connect you to whichever senator's office you're trying to call.
You've reached the United States Capitol Switchboard. Please say the name of the senator or representative that you are trying to reach. Or say, I'm not sure.
Senator Schumer.
Connecting you to the office of Senator
Charles Schumer. Hi, it's Senator Chuck Schumer, and thanks for calling my Washington, D.C. office. To share your opinion with me, please press 3. If you prefer to speak to...
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, my name is Chris Olson, and I'm a constituent from New York City. Our neighbors and is terrorizing communities across the country. You're elected to protect us, not fund this. Block future now. Thank you. Credit to Miss Kerry Washington, Miss Olivia Pope for that script. That's literally all you have to say, and you can do it twice because there are 2 senators for each state. Get to it! When you call a senator, you literally don't...
Now, baby, don't you look at me that way. Because, girl, there's only so much I can say. 'Cause you make me wanna... Sing it!
Something mattered to you. I'll take my...
Si otra mujer puede quitarme a mi hombre, como
the amount of salsa that we have in our group calls, like if you're not in there, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're missing out. We call out a winning product, fucking bangs the next week. We get.
When I water these flowers with the tears I cried, I heard the cops came. Cocky motherfuckers, ain't they?
I'm gonna try. New TikTok algorithm just dropped, making me a literal fucking nobody. I just deleted a couple videos because they got no views, no comments, and no likes for a total of 10 hours straight. Got a little bit self-conscious there. New TikTok algorithm.
Nothing has made me as confident as posting TikToks. Like, oh, don't you ever cringe at yourself? No. Matter of fact, I watch a video 20 times before I post it, and then another 20 once it's posted. And I scroll through my own account like it's my freaking For You page. I love my videos. If I didn't love them, why would I post them? Like, duh. Nothing has made me as confident as posting TikToks. Like, oh, don't you ever cringe at yourself? No.
apparently you actually have to.
Man, if you want to unfollow me, dog, that's okay, but don't act like I'm not appreciative, man.
I had to go. Can't you all to see?
I'm gonna go out on a really strong fucking limb here and say that so far this year, yes, only 26 fucking days into the year, ICE has killed more people, hell, has killed more American citizens than undocumented immigrants have. I'm gonna go out on a really strong...
To be honest, I don't know what happened, but we need a redo.
About a month ago, I had dinner with Gary Vaynerchuk in Manhattan, or known on the internet as Gary V, the godfather of content and social media. He dropped so much profound wisdom about how to succeed in this age of the internet, but one of the things that really stuck out to me was fuck creating, start documenting. That's exactly how he said it. He sees people struggling with content ideas and how to keep coming up with content, when in reality, everything they do, every conversation they have, everything you experience is a potential idea for content. Everything you build, if you're running a marathon, you're building a business, don't create anything Just document you being you, and then you have an unlimited flow of ideas to pull from. Like, I don't understand when people tell me, I just don't know what to post. What do you mean? Any conversations you've had in the last 24 hours could be a profound lesson that someone needs to hear on the internet or social media. Something that happened at your job, something you're going through internally in your heart or spirit. All of it is content, and that's not me saying pull yourself out of the present moment, always be glued to your phone and record everything that happens to you. No, I'm saying simple reframe, take what happens to you and start to run it through the filter of, could this make a good video idea? That's it. That's what I do, and that's why I never run out of videos. I never have drafts. I never have videos teed up or queued up. Everything is off the cuff, off the dome, ready to roll, because I think that everything that happens to me could be a video, and you can think the same thing. It isn't easy, but it is simple. Don't overcomplicate it. About a month ago, I had...
Make the friendship race, let's take the moment and taste it.
Hey TikTok, not sure if you can see this. This has been the past 24 hours. I haven't been able to post really much at all. If you do see this, go on my Instagram, YouTube, Substack. They're all linked in my bio. That's where I am posting just as much, and will continue to post even as TikTok craps out. So I don't know if you see this, but if you do, let me know. Hey.
Currently, the snow is coming down heavily across our city. And I can think of no better excuse for New Yorkers to stay home, take a long nap, or take advantage of our public libraries' offer of free access to Heated Rivalry on ebook or audiobook for anyone with a library card. The snow is coming down heavily.
Last one, and then I'm done.
Outside of the shit that was going wrong in my life. Men will let you down. The Eras Tour never will.
Choose yourself, get in the car, and get it over with.
I don't know of any peaceful protester that shows up with a gun and ammunition rather than a sign.
How rich is it that she is showing up to the scene of a protest with a legally owned weapon should be grounds for a person's death, execution at the hands of the state, by the same party and the same administration that praises Kyle Rittenhouse.
He's a really good young guy. He's 18 years old. He should never have been put through that. That was prosecutorial misconduct.
Isn't it good that a 17-year-old kid who was raised by a single mother made good decisions and decided to be a positive force in his community? We want to promote the types of virtues that exist in Kyle Rittenhouse.
You have to remind people, do you remember what you were doing when you were 17 or 18 years old? This kid's whole life's ahead of him. He's now a free man, thankfully, because due process actually worked.
I don't know of any peaceful protest.
I just reached 100,000 followers on here. I'm about to give y'all a plethora of controversial hot takes. You don't need to edit your videos. You don't need to put text on them. You just need to post. That's it. There's no hack to becoming an influencer.
I made $55K in 2 months on TikTok Shop posting 14 videos. I can tell you exactly why your videos don't convert. For any video to make money on TikTok Shop, it needs two things. It needs viral elements and converting elements. I was making no money on TikTok Shop before I started structuring my videos to convert sales. And I did this by using viral content formats that convert sales in every single video. They're rooted in sales psychology, so it makes people want to buy. So the month that I started using these, I went from $47 to $25,800. 30 days. I've been doing this for 10 months now. I've made close to $400,000. I do not post 10 times a day. I don't even post every day. And when I started talking about the formats, everyone wanted them, so I made little videos that explain.
Hey, who's the most overrated team?
How the fuck am I gonna post a video 10 minutes ago and it gets 47 views and 0 fucking likes? Y'all are some hater ass bitches. Fuck you. How the
I made more money in the month of December creating content for social media than I made from my job as a public school principal. Let's talk about it. Holy cow. Just saying that gives me hives. I have no idea if I'm really going to post this. I want to get 3 things out of the way. I'm not sharing it to brag. This makes me so uncomfortable. I do know a lot of people who are aspiring to become content creators, and I want to use this to motivate them. Number 2, I don't have a course or a guide I'm trying to sell you. I don't have time to create a course. Don't have one, sorry. And number 3, I love my regular hustle. I am not trying to leave my full-time job. The girl's over 50. She needs benefits and retirement. So I'm not looking to make content creation a full-time gig. But what I do want to share is as a part-time content creator, this can turn into a pretty lucrative gig. I thought it might be helpful to share some tips. So here's my first piece of advice. 1, I know you hear it all the time, just post the content. Here's why. You need to get out there and start creating a presence so people know who you are. That is really important. But also, you only get good at creating content by creating content. So if you're never creating and editing videos, you're not developing a skill to create and edit good videos. Yes, the people at work are going to see you. You just have to get past that. Here's my second tip, prepare for pivots. If you followed me as I started out, if you're an OG, I used to do a day in the life of a middle school principal, and I actually recorded myself at work. New district policy in March, school employees cannot record in school buildings and post to personal social media accounts. I had to completely pivot. When I no longer had the thing I was comfortable with and been posting for so long, I had to figure out how to make something work. So I started with Get Ready With Me. From April until the 1st of June, I gained 35,000 followers. That pivot actually grew this account faster than anything else did. Number 3, while I know it feels like the whole world is out there and you need to speak to everybody in the world, form your content so you are just talking to one person. At the end of the day, it really is connection over virality. My favorite comment is when people say, oh, my show is on. I love that because I feel that way about so many creators. That tells me that what I'm doing is making a difference. All right, number 4 is a big one. Consistency beats intensity. Confession time from your girl here. I have never been a creator that has posted every single day. And I know that that is what all the advice tells you. A good consistent schedule that I can keep up with is 3 to 4 videos a week. Since September, I've been really trying to make an effort to get 5 to 6 videos up every week. It is a lot. And I work a 50-hour-a-week job. I wake up an hour and a half earlier than I need to.